November 19th. 2026. Most people think this is just hype, another game release. Big sales, some buzz, life goes on as normal. But I genuinely think GTA 6 launch will cause a measurable economic impact. Stores closing because stuff don't show up, schools taking days off because 80% of students are gone, and internet infrastructure barely holding up under the load. This isn't speculation. GTA 5 generated $1 billion in 3 days, and is still one of the most profitable products ever made. The second GTA 6 trailer broke the record for biggest video launch ever, with 475 million views in 24 hours. And that was just a trailer. So let me walk you through what I think will actually happen on launch day, from the countdown to midnight to absolute chaos that follows, and why this matters way beyond just gaming. So imagine this, it's 5 PM on Thursday, November 19th, 2026. You finish work or school, but this week is different. No homework, no meetings, only one goal. Survive the next 7 hours until midnight when GTA 6 releases. So you go to your friend's place. He's stocked up on snacks and energy drinks like he's preparing for an apocalypse. And in a way, he is. You are all just sitting there, watching the clock, killing time by rewatching every single GTA 6 trailer over and over again, debating whether that random NPC in the background is actually a mission character or just some random dude. And then it hits you. This is actually happening. In a few hours, you will be playing the game you've waited over a decade for, alongside everyone else in the world. Your boss will be playing, your dad might be even playing. That friend who gave up gaming after having a newborn? Yeah, he's back for this too. The clock keeps ticking. 11 PM, then 11:30. Your heart rate's going up. The anticipation is insane. Around the world, millions of people are doing the exact same thing. Staring at screen, refreshing their downloads, making sure everything's updated and ready. Now here's where things get wild, because this isn't just another game launch. This is the biggest entertainment release in human history. Not the biggest game, the biggest entertainment product ever. Bigger than any movie premiere, album drop, or anything else you can think of. Let me put this in perspective. GTA 5 launched in 2013. It became the most profitable entertainment product ever made. The midnight launch had people lining up around entire blocks, and that was before social media was anywhere near massive as it is now. But GTA 6? Some predictions say it will hit 85 million copies sold in the first 60 days, generating over $7 billion. For context, GTA 5 took 4 years to sell 85 million copies. This is going to happen in 2 months. Every person you know will be dropping over $70 on this game, depending on which edition they grab. It's 11:55 PM, you are in a party chat with your friends, maybe some people from your old GTA crew you haven't talked to in months. The game's pre-installed, you are ready. Everyone's talking, catching up, getting hyped about what you will do first. The clock ticks closer. 11:58, 11:59, your heart's actually racing. Midnight strikes, half of the world goes completely silent. You boot up GTA 6 for the first time. The Rockstar logo appears. This is what you waited 13 years for. Around the world, millions of players are doing the exact same thing, appearing offline, setting status to do not disturb. Some people are actually unplugging their routers from everything except their console, just to avoid any interruptions. Everyone's in their own world, but part of something massive at the same time. Fast forward to Friday morning, 7 AM. The sun comes up on what should be a normal workday, except it's not normal at all. And the people who are actually working, they're about to have the best day of their lives. Food delivery drivers are going to make more money this week than they did all month. Every single house on the block is ordering breakfast, lunch and dinner. Nobody is cooking. I guarantee some DoorDash driver is going to deliver to the same address 4 times in one day. And watch the same guy answers the door in his pajamas every single time with the biggest smile on his face you could ever imagine. And schools are in for a nightmare. Some districts might see 50% attendance or even worse. Picture this. Some principal walks into the school at 8 AM on Friday, looks at the parking lot, maybe 20 cars instead of the usual 100, walks into the building, sees 3 students in the hallway, and just turns around and goes home. Because as a gamer himself, he knows exactly what's going on. Workplaces, same story. Friday morning, 9 AM, major office buildings have maybe 30% staff. Car won't start, family emergency, woke up with a migraine. HR is getting hundreds of these and everyone knows exactly what's happening. And here's the crazy part. Economists are actually trying to calculate this. Some estimates say GTA 6 launch could cost the US economy over $1 billion in lost productivity. That is crazy number. But honestly, nobody cares. For 1 week, GTA 6 is the only thing that matters. Now, GTA 6 launch isn't just about one game, it's going to reshape the entire gaming industry. Look at the 2026 release calendar. Notice how there's basically nothing major scheduled near November 19th? That's intentional. Publishers learned their lesson from GTA 5. Back in 2013, Ubisoft had to delay Watch Dogs because they knew they couldn't compete. Now studios are planning their entire year around avoiding GTA 6. And can you blame them? Releasing a game the same week as GTA 6 is like opening a burger stand across from a Michelin star steakhouse that's giving away free meals. You are not going to win that fight. But what is interesting for us as a players is when GTA 6 drops with this insane level of polish and detail, it's going to expose every other AAA publisher. All those rushed, half-finished games with day one patches and battle passes and microtransactions, they are going to look terrible by comparison. Players won't be able to ignore the quality gap anymore. It's like once you had a properly cooked steak, you can't go back to McDonald's and pretend this is the same thing. Either these companies step up their game or they are going to lose players. And it won't just be metaphorical. Sales numbers will actually reflect this. I've personally bought the same Call of Duty game every year for a decade, thinking this year will be different. And spoiler, it never is. Maybe GTA 6 setting this new standard, and it will finally force these companies to actually innovate instead of just reskinning last year's game. And then there's hardware. You need a PS5 or Xbox Series X to play GTA 6. Console sales are going to spike massively in the months before release. We might see prices go up, supply could get tight. Remember how impossible it was to find a PS5 during COVID? This could be that all over again, except even worse, because everyone knows the exact date they need it by. Scalpers are going to have the time of their lives. PS5s are going to be listed for $800 or even $1,000, and people will actually pay it. There's going to be some guy who buys a scalped console, plays GTA 6 for the weekend, then resells it Monday for what he paid. So what makes GTA 6 special enough to cause all this chaos? Let me break it down, because this isn't just hype, there's real substance to this. Rockstar doesn't chase trends, they set them. GTA 3 created a modern open world template back in 2001. Every game since has been following that blueprint. Now GTA 6 is the next evolution of that legacy. Based on the patents Take-Two has filled and everything we've seen in the leaks, we are looking at AI-powered NPCs that actually feel alive. If you played Red Dead Redemption 2, you know how impressive those NPC interactions were. Every character had routines, personalities, and relationships that felt real. Now imagine that expanded across an entire modern-day Florida state. Reports suggest around 700 buildings in Leonida will be enterable. Not just mission locations, actual buildings you can walk into. That level of detail is insane. We are talking about a world where NPCs remember you, where weather actually affects how your car handles, and where if you eat nothing but junk food for a week, your character looks like this guy. The leaked domain registrations show Rockstar's creating in-game parodies of WhatsApp, Uber, banking apps, food delivery services, and these aren't just background details, they are actual gameplay systems. Imagine calling a hit through a fake Uber app, or laundering money through a parody of Cash App. The possibilities are insane. But beyond all the technical specs and features, there's something bigger happening here. GTA 6 isn't just a game release, it's going to be a genuine cultural moment. Social media is going to be completely dominated. News outlets will cover the launch like it's a major world event. Politicians might even comment on it, whether they've played a video game in their life or not. Relationships are going to be tested. There's going to be partners out there who suddenly feel like they are competing with a video game for attention. Trust me, I've seen it before. Some couples genuinely won't make it through launch week. Priorities shift fast when you are trying to build a criminal empire in Vice City. But there's also going to be beautiful moments. Parents staying up to play with their kids, friends who haven't talked in years reconnecting online, new crews forming that will last next decade, people making memories they will actually remember for the rest of their lives. And here's what I'm genuinely most excited about. For the first time in over a decade, we all start equal. Think about it. No one has a 10-year head start with maxed out accounts. Few weeks later, when GTA Online comes out, we are all level 1. Same starting point, same opportunities. And a lot of fun. Races are going to be fair, heists are going to feel fresh, everyone's figuring out the meta at the same time. Those first few weeks where nobody knows the best strategies yet, that's when online gaming is at its absolute best. New friendships will form in random lobbies, and inside jokes will get created that will last the entire decade. This is what we've been waiting for. Let's take just a second to appreciate those who aren't here to see this. Friends who love GTA 5 but won't make it to GTA 6 launch. And let's think about how much our lives have changed since 2013. Many of you watching were in middle school or high school when GTA 5 dropped. Now you might have careers, your own place, maybe even families and kids. That's over a decade of life. GTA 6 release isn't just a game launch, it's a checkpoint in all of our lives. A new chapter. So November 19, 2026 isn't just another game release, it's a cultural event. The world will basically stop for a week. Even famous people you might know will play this game in their own mansion. Workplaces will be empty, schools will struggle, internet infrastructure will be pushed to its limits. This is once in a decade experience. The economic impact will be measurable, and millions of us are going to make memories that genuinely last a lifetime. But this is just day one. If GTA 5 lasted over a decade with constant updates and millions of active players, imagine what GTA 6 is going to do. We will be playing this game for next 10 to 15 years minimum, so take some time to say goodbye to GTA 5 properly. And stay healthy, stay safe. I'm sure we are all going to make it to release day. What's the first thing you are doing when GTA 6 drops? Exploring the map? Starting the story? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, a like, subscribe or comment will be super appreciated. Thanks for watching boys. I will see you in Vice City.